This is Chris Podegos. Like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Podegos, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both of my TikToks. It'll be down there in the description box, and I'm here to do my WWE Friday Night SmackDown September 23rd, 2022 reviews. So here we go, discussing about Friday Night SmackDown. Now, we'll kick off the show with the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns, the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions Jimmy and Jay the Usos, Solo Sikoa, Sami Zayn, and Paul Heyman, the Bloodline. So yeah, the Bloodline comes walking out, and pretty much Paul Heyman was talking and stuff, talking that Roman Reigns will go beat Logan Paul in 6 weeks at Crown Jewel, just like how he beat Drew McIntyre in his home country, at Clash of the Castle and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what Paul Heyman will say. He's saying that even though that was Drew McIntyre's home turf, the whole planet is Roman Reigns' home turf. And then he was talking about how everybody would acknowledge Roman Reigns and all that, and how Solo Sikoa did not come on Roman Reigns' demands or nothing. He came because of the elders of the Samoan dynasty and all that stuff. So the elders told Solo Sikoa to go with Roman to Clash of the Castle, since the Usos couldn't be there and Paul Heyman got taken out by Brock Lesnar and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what Paul Heyman said. And then Roman Reigns calls up Solo Sikoa and tells him to acknowledge him, and Solo says, okay, yeah, I acknowledge you. So yeah, that's what happened there. And then they started walking away. They was playing Roman's theme song, Walking Away. And then Sami Zayn says, hey, stop the music, I got something to say. And then Sami Zayn starts talking about the bloodline and Roman Reigns and all that stuff. And then Roman tells Sami that he's going to tell him to take off that shirt because he don't want to see him wearing the bloodline shirt no more. He needs to take it off. And Sami didn't want to take it off at first, but Roman was like, no, you're going to go ahead and take it off. I don't want to see you wearing that shirt ever again. And then Jay Uso's in the background like, yeah, Sami, take it off. And then Roman tells Jay to go rip it off of him. And Jay goes over there and rips the shirt off of Sami. And then Roman was like, Sami, I don't want to never see you wear that bloodline shirt ever again, because this is going to be your new shirt. And then he passes the shirt to him, and it says Honorary Us on it, and he says wear that and you're part of the bloodline. So yeah, that's what Roman said. And then Sami obviously puts on, got all happy, went over hugging Solo and Jimmy and jumped in Jay's face and all that stuff, and then gave Roman a hug, and Roman hugged him back actually. So yeah, just crazy stuff right there, which was pretty cool. So yeah, Sami Zayn's now officially a part of the bloodline, which is pretty cool and all that stuff. So yeah, pretty great stuff. And not only that, we see Sheamus, Ridge Holland, and Butch, the Brawling Brutes, watching this from backstage, because the Brawling Brutes will be taking on the Usos tonight in the main event for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. So yeah, that match will be happening later on tonight. But up next, we're going to be seeing Liv Morgan versus Lacey Evans one-on-one up next on SmackDown. So yeah, that match will be happening up next. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown, it was a one-on-one match. It was the first match of the night. It was the WWE SmackDown Women's Champion Liv Morgan versus Lacey Evans one-on-one. In this match, it was okay. It wasn't the best, but it was alright. Lacey Evans was taking control of some of this match and stuff like that. Liv Morgan pretty much playing the underdog, just fighting through the pain and all that stuff. But at the ending, we see Lacey Evans getting control. She starts getting frustrated, digs underneath the ring, grabs a kendo stick, gets in the ring, about to get disqualified and stuff. But then Lacey Evans kicks the kendo stick out of her hands, hitting the code breaker onto her. Lacey Evans falls against the ropes, and then she hits Oblivion onto Lacey Evans and then pins her for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Liv Morgan defeated Lacey Evans tonight on Friday Night SmackDown. That's what happened. And then after the match ended, Liv Morgan grabs a kendo stick, Looks like she was about to hit Lacey Evans, but then she drops in, and Corey Graves said that it looks like Liv Morgan can't get extreme or whatever. And then she grabs the candlestick again and starts beating the hell out of Lacey Evans, throws her out the ring, grabs the table, sets it up, puts Lacey onto the table, climbs up on top of the ring post, and jumps off with a senton onto Lacey Evans through the table, taking her out. So yeah, that's what happened. It was an okay match, but I liked the ending. It was really good. It showed that Liv Morgan would do anything to try to retain the title against Ronda Rousey at Extreme Rules. So yeah, it was pretty good stuff at least about what happened at the end. At least she didn't pull Bailey from years ago and wouldn't use the kendo stick. So yeah, I guess that's pretty good at least. So yeah. But for the match and what happened after the match, you can add on what happened after the match and stuff. I'll give it all 2.5 stars as well. It was okay stuff. And then after that, we see Hit Row backstage having a party and stuff. And then Street Profits comes back there having a party with them. And they was talking about how they was going to watch that tag team match for the tag titles later on tonight in the main event. And while they was talking, you can see the TV screen where it says Hit Row and stuff. The QR code comes up on the TV just for a split second and cuts off. So yeah, the White Rabbit. But yeah, more on that theory if you want to watch my TikTok. I'll talk about that later. But yeah, pretty good stuff, I guess. But yeah, that's what happened there. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Friday Night SmackDown. See you guys later until then. So the next thing to happen on Friday Night SmackDown. Now, before I talk about the tag team match, there's a few things we got to talk about. And the first thing we got to talk about is Sami Zayn. Now, Sami Zayn's telling one of the guys backstage, talking about the tribal chief some food and all that stuff. Get everybody some food. And then we see Ricochet and Madcap Moss come up, talking about how Sami Zayn was always not obnoxious, but now he's even worse and all that, thinking he got power and all that stuff. And then while he was talking, Solo Sikoa attacks Ricochet and Madcap Moss from behind, beating him down, throwing him into the garage door, and just beating him down and stuff. And then Sammy had to pull him off, talking about he was about to do that same thing. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good stuff though. But then after that, we see a video package with the Usos and stuff, holding the tag team titles for over 400 days. Paul Heyman doing the narrating for it and all that stuff, saying that the Usos are the third longest reigning tag team champions behind Demolition and the New Day and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what was being said, and yeah, they'll be defending the tag team titles tonight. But then we get to the match. It was Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, the New Day, versus Mace and Mansoor with Max Dupree and Maxine Dupree, the Maximum Male Models, tonight in a tag team match. And it was an okay match. At the ending, we see Mace jumping off the second turnbuckle with a elbow drop on Xavier Woods, pinning him, but Woods kicked out at 2. And then Mace tags in Mansoor. They get into the ring, starts posing and stuff, taking pictures because Maxine Dupree grabbed a camera and stuff and starts taking pictures of them. But while that was going down, Kofi Kingston comes up, hitting a drop kick onto Mace from behind, knocking him out the ring. And then that's when Xavier Woods rolled Mansoor up in the inside cradle, pinning him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, the New Day defeated the Maximum Male Models tonight in the tag team match. That's what happened. For that match, I'll give it 1.5. I'll just give it 1 star. That's what I'll give it. It was okay, whatever, but yeah. And then after the match ended, we see Max Dupree getting pissed off, taking off his jacket, just walking out on the Maximum Male Models. So yeah, that's what happened there. But yep, up next we're going to be seeing Otis versus Braun Strowman 1-on-1. We see the ring crew, reinforcing the ring. So yeah, that match will be happening up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing to happen on Friday Night SmackDown, now before I talk about Braun Strowman's match, we gotta talk about Hit Row having a party backstage with the Street Profits. You see Drew Gulak, Shinsuke Nakamura. We see Sonya Deville try to talk to B-Fab and stuff, but then Los Lotharios comes up flirting with them, and then Hit Row and all them kick Los Lotharios out the party. So yeah, that's what happened there. But then when we get to the match, it was Braun Strowman versus Otis. 1-on-1. Otis had Chad Gable at ringside. and it was a pretty good match. At one point, we see Strowman hitting a drop kick onto Otis and stuff, and then at one point, we see him hit the shoulder block onto Otis and Chad Gable, taking out Chad Gable, throws Otis back into the ring. But then we see Otis try and Braun Strowman when he hit the World's Strongest Slam onto him, climbs up the second turnbuckle, hitting the Vader Bomb onto Braun Strowman, pins him, but Strowman barely kicking out too. That's when Otis decides to climb up that second turnbuckle again, jumping off with a splash, but Braun moves out the way and Otis crashed and burned. And then that's when Braun grabs Otis, picks him up, hitting the power bomb onto him, and then pinning him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Braun Strowman defeated Otis tonight on Friday Night SmackDown. That's what happened. It was an okay match. This is Braun Strowman's first match back, in WWE after over a year and stuff. So yeah, but it was a pretty good match for Braun Strowman. For this match, I'll give it 2.5 stars as well. I'll give it pretty good stuff though, showing that Braun Strowman's still the monster that he is, and showing his strength and all that. But then after that, we see Sheamus, Ridge Holland, and Butch backstage at the Brawling Brutes getting an interview. Sheamus was talking about how he's going to go face Gunther in 2 weeks and beat him on the season premiere of SmackDown, becoming the new Intercontinental Champion, and how he was talking about that the Brawling Brutes will become the new tag team champions after tonight. So yeah, that's what they said. But yeah, they was hyping themselves up, and yeah. But yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Friday Night SmackDown. See you guys later until then. So the next thing to happen on Friday Night SmackDown, now we see Drew McIntyre. He comes out and pretty much he starts calling out Karrion Kross because he challenges Karrion Kross in the match at Extreme Rules. But that match will be a strap match. So yeah, he has a strap in his hands, and their match they challenges them in will be a strap match. So yeah, that's what Drew McIntyre was saying. But then all of a sudden, Karrion Kross' theme song plays, and then we see Scarlett come out. She starts walking down to the ring, but while Drew McIntyre was distracted by that, Karrion Kross attacks him from behind, but both of them starts brawling. So Drew stood on his feet, and he knew that Karrion was coming from behind. So yeah, both of them starts brawling, beating each other down. They pretty much had the strap on each other and beating each other down. Drew using the strap, beating Karrion Kross with it. At one point, Karrion Kross was trying to escape rolling out the ring, but Drew drags him back in the ring with the strap, beating him down and stuff. But then Scarlett comes up, shielding Karrion Kross, telling Drew to stop it. Drew's just standing there, but then all of a sudden we see Scarlett trying to shoot a fireball into Drew's face, but the fireball missed and went by his head. So yeah, but that was probably the intention. Who knows? But they played it off pretty well. With Drew McIntyre being distracted about that, because he almost got shot in the face with a fireball, and then that's when Karrion Kross gets back up and both of them starts brawling again. McIntyre then hits a spine buster onto Karrion Kross, and then while Drew McIntyre had the upper hand, that's when Scarlett comes up hitting a low blow onto McIntyre, and then Karrion Kross has a sadistic smile on his face. Both of them starts walking out the ring, but then Karrion Kross had other plans, gets back into the ring, locking on the cross jacket onto Drew McIntyre and saying that he accepts the challenge. So yeah, at Extreme Rules, we will see Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross one-on-one in this strap match. So yeah, that match, I bet is going to be pretty damn good. So yeah, pretty good stuff. I love this feud with Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross coming out every week, choking out somebody. It's just freaking amazing. So yeah, definitely already his best run on the main roster for the second time for damn sure. So yeah, great stuff though. But still to come later on tonight, we will see the Usos versus the Brawling Brutes tonight for the tag team titles. That will be the main event. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown was a one-on-one match. It was one half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Dakota Kai, with Bayley, Io Sky, Damage Control at ringside, versus Raquel Rodriguez one-on-one. And this match didn't last long. It was probably 2 minutes at the most, maybe. Not even 2 minutes, probably. Dakota Kai was taking control of this match because Io Sky and Bayley kept on getting on the ring apron, distracting Raquel. And then that's when Dakota Kai hit that scorpion kick onto her, hitting that big boot onto her in the corner, taking her out, beating her down and stuff. But then while that was happening, we see Shotzi come running down. down, attacking Bayley, beating her down. Io Sky kept on trying to get involved as well, and she was getting beat down. But while that was happening, Dakota Kai was distracted by that. She gets rolled up by Raquel, getting pinned for the 3 count. So yeah, Raquel Rodriguez defeated Dakota Kai tonight on SmackDown. And then that's when Shotzi and the rest of Damage Control got into the ring brawling and stuff. And then Shotzi and Raquel Rodriguez was the ones standing tall, taking out Damage Control and getting them out the ring. So yeah, that's what happened there for that match. I'll give it half of a star. That's what I'll give it. But then after that, we see the party still going on backstage with Hit Row and stuff. And then Hit Row and all them was talking and stuff. And then we see Los Lotharios attacking Hit Row, beating them down and stuff, and quickly running out before anybody get their hands on them. So yeah, that's what happened there. But up next, it should be the main event. It will be the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, versus Ridge Holland and Butch, the Brawling Brutes, up next for the Tag Team title. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing to happen on Friday night, SmackDown, it was the main event. But before I talk about the main event, there's a few things I want to talk about now. There's a few matches that's made for next week's SmackDown. We will see Shotzi versus Bayley 1-on-1. And not only that, we will see Hit Row versus Los Lotharios next week on SmackDown. So yeah, they announced those matches. But then we get to the main event. It was the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, with Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa, the Bloodline, versus Ridge Holland and Butch with Sheamus at ringside, the Brawling Brutes. So yeah, the Brawling Brutes versus the Usos for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, next week on SmackDown, they got Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa versus Ricochet and Madcap Moss in a tag team match. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, the main event, pretty damn good. Go check it out if you haven't yet. At one point, there was a cool moment where we see Butch hitting the moonsault off the second turnbuckle, and he gets caught in midair with a double super kick by the Usos, which looked fucking nice. It was pretty damn good. But then we get to the ending of this match where it looked like we was going to see the Brawling Brutes win the Tag Team Championships when they get in the ring, hitting their tag team finisher move where we see Ridge Holland picking up Jimmy Uso in the power slam position, and that's when Butch comes in. He's the legal man, by the way. He comes up, kicks Jimmy upside the head, and then that's when Ridge hits the power slam onto him. Butch goes for the pin. 1, 2, the pin gets broken up by Jay. So yeah, they did not win the tag team titles. That's when Sami Zayn goes and grabs a steel chair, about to bring in a steel chair into the ring, but then that's when Sheamus comes up grabbing the steel chair, yanking it out of his hands. Sami Zayn starts running away from Sheamus, and then Sami and Solo get side by side, about to jump Sheamus, but then that's when Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanna Vinci comes up and attacks Sheamus, beating him down and stuff, but Sheamus starts fighting back, throwing him into the barricade and stuff, and then he turns around and then he gets hit with a big boot by Gunther, getting laid out. That's when Ridge Holland and Butch gets out the ring, and as soon as they get out the ring, they both get hit by super kicks by the Usos. And then that's when the Usos throws Butch into the ring, hitting the 1D onto him, and then pinning him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, the Usos defeated the Brawling Brutes tonight and has retained the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. So yeah, it was a really good main event. Go check it out if you haven't yet. For that match, I'll give it 4 stars. That's why I'll give it easily match of the night. For tonight's SmackDown. Now, this match was really great. I liked the segment earlier with Roman Reigns and all them, the Bloodline. That was pretty damn good. Karrion Kross and, Drew McIntyre's segment was amazing as well. Didn't really care about the party stuff backstage with Hit Row and stuff, but it was whatever. Raquel Rodriguez versus Dakota Kai. They should have gotten more time. I think they only got like a minute and a half or some shit like that, which that really sucks. That shit just sucks. Liv Morgan, when they showed like her being more vicious and stuff, going extreme, that was pretty cool, I guess. And Braun Strowman having his first match back in the company was pretty good as well. So yeah, it was an okay episode of SmackDown. Like I said, match of the night was at the tag team title match. But for tonight's Friday Night SmackDown, I gotta give it 7 stars. No, I'll give it 7.5 stars. 7.5 stars. They had 2 standout matches. The tag title match and probably Braun Strowman and Otis. But And then the segments obviously was pretty damn good. But other than that, SmackDown was in. So yeah, that's why I'll give it. But yeah, I'll be doing my Monday Night Raw reviews this Monday, so yeah, look out for that. But yeah, like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Bales. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both of my TikToks. They'll all be down there in the description box. Now, I will be talking about the White Rabbit Theory on my TikTok page later on tonight, so yeah, look out for that. So yeah, I'll see you guys later for this Monday's Monday Night Raw reviews. See you guys later until then.